Hi, I'm Brian Worley for the Photographer Academy, and I'm going to talk about the menu systems in your cameras. It's very easy to talk about it on a specific model like this, but obviously it's going to change from different cameras and different brands. But in simple terms, there are three main sections of menus on virtually all cameras. There's a section which is related to the camera settings for when you're actually making pictures. On this one, they're actually red, they've got red tabs on them. And then there's a section which is relating to when you're playing back the pictures, reviewing them. This one, again, it's blue tabbed menu sections. And the final section is relating to camera settings, detailed settings, whether that's playback, whether it's how it exposes, whether that's how the steps of increments between shutter speeds are changed, whether it's how the different buttons work, how your metering works, how your focus system works. Those tend to be in like a configuration or setup set of menus. Just before we look at the menu system in the camera, it's a quick note that on some cameras, they simplify what menus are available to you based on the shooting mode. So here I'm shooting in aperture priority mode, so I've got the complete set of menus. But if I'm using one of the automatic modes, like the full automatic or the scene modes, the amount of menus that's available to you and the menu options you have is reduced because in those modes, the camera's making most of the choices for you. To access the menu settings on your cameras, there's invariably a button that's labeled menu. In the case of the Canon here, it's on the top left corner, and that gets us into the menus where we can make our changes that we need to make in how the camera is configured, how it plays back pictures, and how it records pictures. So here we have the record mode menus. So these are typically in this camera tabbed with a red tab, and there's a few options here where we can make settings for the kind of pictures, so whether we're shooting JPEGs or RAWs and the quality we're using. And then moving forward, we've got some playback related menus. These have got a blue tab, and that's so after we've taken the pictures, we can make settings and we can make our setups here, choose how our histogram display is, maybe in this case we can rate pictures. And then we've got a couple of tabs which are related to the camera configuration and settings, things like the time and date. Now we were using this with the automatic mode, so this is in the fully automatic mode. So these menus are the limited set. If we use program mode, which gives us access to everything, you'll see that we get a lot more menu options to choose from. So the coding is still the same. So the red menus, which are the ones relating to taking the pictures, we've now got access to the full range of settings. Here's an example where we're just going to change the maximum ISO setting the camera can choose when it's in automatic ISO. Then moving forward, we've got settings here for the playback settings. So again, the similar as we saw with the automatic ones. And when we come to the setups, we've got a greater extended range of settings that we can change. For example, how our camera is going to capture pictures, how our controls work. So if I want to go to a custom function, and so these determine how the different buttons, what they do, and how we want to do something like back button focus. The most important thing is that since each camera is unique and has different ones, so even within the same family, you'll see different menu systems. It's important that when you get your camera to sit down and actually spend some time looking at what's in which menu, working out how you need to use certain aspects of the menu for your camera. And that means time with the instruction book. It's quite a strange thing to say, but in fact the instruction book has got most of the answers in. And that will help you learn where the bits of the menu are that you need to use. I'm Brian Worley for the Photographer Academy, and we've looked at the menus on our camera.